I am me. I am truly free. I am who I am and be. I am truly me. I'm free. Welcome to Chrissy Arts Multiverse and Beyond. I am your host, Chrissy Arts. This is Classic Anniversary Progression Server Edition. Enjoy! Hello everyone, Chrissy of Chrissy Arts here, and today we are playing World of Warcraft Burning Crusade Anniversary Edition Classic Era servers, and I'm playing as my Draenei Shaman Teirani, which is a duplicate of my Shaman on retail modern midnight servers. We're going to level her up a bit and see how far we get with her. We're going to develop her as a character. This is going to be like an AU or alternate timeline or whatever of the main one, which is Midnight. I'm already in development of stories for them. We'll have ideas for stories at least. So here we go. Without any further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy the game playthrough. Yeah, this is Burning Crusade, so I don't think we get the guy up close. I don't think we get close to begin with, but
May the light
compare it
embrace you.
later on. We survived. Never mind, my little sister. It's a miracle that any of us are alive. I didn't look like you'd go through. You've been in suspension for weeks. Something happened at the Exodar, and the Exodar crashed. Many have died. But I am relieved that you are alive, Teirani. With you leading our efforts, I'm sure we'll get to safety soon. I gotta pronounce that. Prometheus asked me to send you to him when you woke. He's waiting for you at the bottom of the hill. Just follow the path southwest. Quest objective. Speak with Prometheus. Speak with Prometheus at the crash site in Amon Vale. I gotta clear my throat a bit. See, the concept behind that voice that is the quest objectives in all my videos is that, fun fact, I've recently gotten into Destiny 2, and thus I got into these little companions that are like your helpers. I have made voices for them, and it's like I brought them the crossover of World of Warcraft. I imagine an animation in my head, and it's like I focus on like how she would interact and what it would look like, the smooth movements, even though I'm fully aware of the game and how it animates. Like, eventually I want to go down the line, and hopefully that's all picked up, because the way my mic is, it doesn't pick up around me. And I'm turning my head a lot and thinking. But anyways, like I was saying, to repeat myself, I imagine all this stuff, and even though I know the nuance of how the game animates and stuff, I do imagine doing all these good stuff of creating these animations one day, whether it's first traditionally or even digitally, once I get my digital skills up in the ranks, like through practice and learning techniques and hard work, and not just working hard but working smart. Anyways, don't want to get off topic. Teirani here, she has her little companion, you can imagine right here, from Destiny 2. If you know the game, you know what I'm talking about. And it helps her, rewards her, and that's how she gets manifested rewards. I believe there's like an Aether or Nether like
Be
realm
well.
that gives you the rewards. I always say Warband has previously completed the quest you'd like to accept, and then Teirani's like, for example, trying to be like, yes, I accept. Which I believe her voice would be more like this, like more, like, I don't know, like deep and rich, like thick when she speaks. Like if I were to speak that way, if I lived in a different region or something, or like I grew up differently, I always put myself in the shoes of my characters, or think of me as the base of said characters, then I build them off and make their own individuals. Where if it was a duplicate of me, it'd probably sound like me, but not have the same, details of life as me, but from a different world. And it's really cool, just my concepts and how I go about doing things. Now this is Proenitas. Yep, that's his name.
Good fortune.
I'm thinking too hard on how to pronounce his name, but it's Proenitas. It is good to see you alive and well, Teirani. You survived? You survived!
Do not lose faith.
You survived, Teirani. By my eternal soul, it is good to see you. I don't know why the Exodar crashed. Only those of us that were on this part of the ship remain. There's not much time if we are to save everyone that we can. Agreed.
Remember the lessons of the past.
Replenishing the healing crystals is our next task. Our immediate concerns is the depleted state of our healing crystals, though. We must replenish them quickly. Unfortunately, the only way to do that at this point is to extract the blood from the local veil moss, which, as much as it disheartens me to do so, the blood will make for a suitable substitute. The moss can be found in many places around the veil, so make sure to keep a keen eye. But they are mostly concentrated in the northwest, so once you head off, please be careful, and do not try to shed as much blood as is needed. Quest objective: acquire 8 vials. Acquire 8 vials of moth blood from the nearby veil moss and give them to Proenitas at the crash site in Amen Vale. Rewards: you'll be able to choose one of these rewards. Salvage leather belt, which is a waste item. It is made of leather and it has 19 armor. It binds when you pick it up, so you'll be soulbound to this item. Slightly rusted bracers, which it binds when picked up. It has 29 armor. It's a wrist equipment, and it's made of mail. Worn slippers, binds when picked up. It's a feed item. It's made of cloth and it's 7 armor. You most likely will have to acquire the Savage leather belt. You will also receive 15 copper that will aid you in your journey. You wish to accept? Yes, I do. Thank you very much.
Dionis Aka.
I gotta practice like vocal warm-ups and stuff eventually off recording, so I can feel confident on recording, get better at voice acting when I'm playing video games or doing what I want to do with all this stuff. I think it surprised people, honestly. Like, I realized people don't know what you look like until you show them what you look like, and it's like, sometimes people get surprised when you look like how you look. It's like, they imagine you one way and then you look a different way. It happens to the best of us. And there's no shame in imagining someone looking a certain way. It's like, it's not like you're being harmful. it's actually enlightening once you find out what they truly look like. Okay, now we're going to botanist Terex. Oh, that's a nice name. I love her hairstyle and her horns. I actually went for this style on my. Well, actually, I went for this style of horn and that hairstyle for Teirani in her original version. But then it's like I changed it up for this version in this AU because like she looks a lot better now. This is how I imagine her in this version. I think this Teirani is a lot less tomboyish. She still is headstrong, but she's a lot less of a tomboy. She likes more feminine makeup type stuff, but she also isn't afraid to wield elements. She has a nurturing nature that I hope to show an example of eventually down the line to her elementals and to the one she cares for the most. She's not afraid to get down and dirty, rough and tumble, but she still doesn't consider herself a tomboy. Like, with her enemies, She ain't afraid to put them in their place, But she still tries to see in her compassionate heart, even though sometimes her temper makes her blinded, she still, in her need for justice, senses to overwhelm her. She tends to try to keep a cool, level head to be able to bring harmony. She believes in Anduin's hope of harmony, which I think will be later down the line. She discovers she believes in this hope of harmony and peace, which I think is more in the Cataclysm and Mr. Pandaria side of things. I don't know, I haven't really played the earlier versions right off the bat and know the full story of it. I don't know if I knew it's always been that way or if that's been the story this whole time. But I do know that that's what Teirani would believe and hope for, just like Anduin Rin once hoped for. Anduin Rin. I messed it up. I called Anduin his own father. I meant, what was his name? Darn, it's like on top of my, it's like on the edge of my mind, and it's like, I'll think about it. I'll find it out. I'm just too frazzled right now, too into my thoughts. But anyways, there's Anduin, and then there's... No, almost had it. Don't you not like when you have that thought and it's like it just slips away? Like you're a Sims character. You go in a room and you don't know why you're there, then you just leave. Varian, that was his name. Varian believed in him in Legion. And he's like, peace is the most noblest of aspirations. But to obtain peace, you must fight for it. That was the most beautiful line I had ever heard. That is my favorite line from Illidan. I am my scars. And I like his famous line, you are not prepared.
Arkenan Poros.
How are we ever going to get out of here? These volatile mutations are out of control.
Gayanis Aka.
These volatile mutations irradiate from the irradiated power cores from the Exodar have been wreaking havoc on the environment here. The most obvious effect has been the appearance of the strange creatures that seem to have sprung up near them. There may be something we can do. Help them. There may be something we can do to help them. But now, Their sheer numbers are becoming too much for us to handle. I'd like you to go out and call their numbers somewhat, and perhaps I'll have another idea after giving it some thought. Quest objective: kill 8 volatile mutations. Then return to botanist Terex and the crash site in Almond Vale. Reward: you will receive 35 copper. Do you wish to accept this quest? Yes, by all means, I will help you, botanist.
Do not lose faith.
I feel Teirani's voice is a little all over the place. I might have to go over this later and think, where I need to improve on her voice and see how her voice seems to me if I like it. I do want that thick, rich, accent though. Because I'll always like that in my Teirani character. But sometimes my voice doesn't allow it, so I'm trying to ease into it. I'm not used to. I used to be able to do a better accent like that, but then it's like I haven't practiced in years, and I got midway to getting to where I liked it. Then I took a break, and I didn't return to it until just recently. Now we go to this. In the old version, which I've learned, there used to be a quest log like this, and then you had to use track quest, you had a shift click. So replenishing healing crystals, and I don't know if I'll time usually. Okay, you gotta see all. I know exactly how to do this. So I got indigestion, and that's a reflex. I'm like a hybrid player of when I play games. I have hybrid play style. I have a hybrid playing style. That's what I meant to say. I have a hybrid playing style of using the keybinds of like say 1, 2, 3, 4, or even clicking. So I just mix and match. I believe in both. Sometimes I fear one or the other depending on the situation. I also like the customization of the anniversary edition. That was a good choice on Blizzard's part. Make it more modern. So I'm going to edit mode. Classic preset. So there's modern, classic, Christmas main layout, modern preset. And then here it is. I might actually, no, it looks pretty decent, so I like how it looks right now. Options. We're going for action bars here. We want to see the action bars. Have everything set up real nice. And then return to game. I want to move these over here, up here, out of the way of the main action bar. I want this down here. Okay, so got 3 spells now. I forget if I have to pay for. Yeah, I think I do still have to pay for my skills. I might not have to. I think this you automatically get the skills. You don't pay for them, and then you have to get them. The only difference from modern and wait, no, I'm thinking of Mr. Pandaria. Yeah, in this one you do have to pay for your skills. I just have to save up to pay for them. I hope one day in regular classic era progression servers like Mr. Pandaria and stuff, they do more modern changes to it earlier on rather than do it as a linear parallel timeline of the old regular World of Warcraft. That'd be kind of actually really cool to do. Okay, I'm gonna be quiet at some points because I'm gonna be focused. I don't know if you guys could hear me in the past 10 minutes. So I realized I was looking up and talking. It's hard to keep my mouth near the mic while looking at the screen the way I have it set up. Hold on, let me move this up a bit if I can. Hopefully don't make no weird noises. There we go. Should be a lot better now. Because you want the mic, this mic is mainly for podcasts, but you want this mic to face your mouth, and it excludes all noises from around the surrounding area that ain't in front of the mic. You might hear some birds chirping since the birds are somewhat near. I'm right next to a window. I like how I'm getting all these vials of moth blood right off the bat. It's really cool. I need my mana. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I try not to use mana items unless necessary. Like, if I can rest and gain mana, I will. How much money do I have? 0. Gotta sell some items. Almost level 2. And level 3, I think we get our first spell we can purchase. Oh yeah, I know where to go. Oh wait, no, I can just go in here. Probably track some items too.
May you find what you seek. Good health, long life.
I have to go here. Oh man, I'm not talking into the mic again, I'm just mumbling to myself. I'm gonna find out after I play this if it came out good. Okay, general supplies.
All prices here are reasonable.
Okay. Get 5 more of those. But that's good enough.
May your days be long and your hardships few.
So we have 6 refreshing spring water, which lets you restore 151 mana over 18 seconds, must remain seated while drinking. Plus tough fungal bread, which restores 61 health for 18 seconds, plus remain seated while eating. So, we also have our Pitch of the Naru, which I will read that in a little bit. You guys can probably read it after I put it over it, but you can pause if you want to read it longer without me narrating. I'm not trying to sound like I have an attitude, or being sarcastic or anything. It's just sometimes I sound that way and it's not intentional. Either I'm just trying to be lighthearted and silly, or sometimes my voice just comes off that way for no reason except for just force of habit. And like I said, being lighthearted, silly, or just muscle memory or whatever. It may be, but it's not ever malicious. Volatile mutation. This is the first good start to our playthrough. Got 7 more. Let's get these 2 quests finished, and I think I should be at level 3. And then once I have enough money to get the next spell, I honestly don't know what the spell is, because I haven't played this version of the game in such a long time. But leveling up with Shaman in Burning Crusade Classic is really fun. I thought there... maybe I'm thinking Daria. This is really strange. Okay. 3 out of 8, so I got 5 more left. This is a setup of trying to get my mic set up the right way, so I'm not too far from the mic and you don't hear me. Oh, I don't need the gift with an R right now. I have full health. I'm slowly dwindling down the menace. I want to take a screenshot and all this. I don't have a target. Actually, have everything set up for my next video. Okay. Blast. Oh, perfect. Blast. Page right there. I don't know if they want to take out that. Doesn't look like they're even on the keyboard right now. This is funny. I'll be polite. And I'll just take out this one. Woohoo! Yeah, my head's arched up because the way my monitor is. I'll probably show you guys my setup sometime. That'd be fun.
The Legion's end draws near.
It is good to see you alive and well, Tara. Which I think I already said that. Anyways, replenishing the healing crystals, you finished?
Be kind to those less
Oh,
fortunate.
that is wonderful. Teirani, you have harvested the necessary moth blood for the healing crystals yet? The survivors scattered all over the Vale. This time is of the essence. Required items, 8 vials of moth blood, which is what I had just acquired.
Ever the road traveled by few.
Regrettable as those creatures had to die, so that we might live. Indiscriminate killing is not the Teirani way. However, the blood you gathered will replenish the healing crystals so that their deaths will not be in vain. Thankful. So we get salvaged leather belt.
Good health, long life.
And some money. Salvage leather belt. Beautiful. Matches my green outfit. I guess I get the ragged back cloak or whatever, ragged cloak.
Blessings upon you.
A lot of these would be gray items until I get better items, but white or gray items until I get better colored items. Might be a leather worker on Teirani this time. What I was originally on retail. Thank you again for replenishing our healing crystals. I hear you are helping out all over the place. Keep up the good work.
Blessings upon
Now
your
that
family.
you've gathered all that we need to replenish our healing crystals, I need you to deliver the vials to Zadun, our priest. You'll find him tending to our wounded inside the central chamber of the ship. Quest objective: deliver the bundle of vials to Zaldun in the crash site in Vale.
Do
Say
not
my
lose
wars or
faith.
anything, but I don't think I can really get much. I'm going to do, well, honestly, just do this. It's gonna be kind of a wonky backtrack, but it's well worth it.
Greetings, friend.
How are we ever going to get out of here?
Good health, long life.
Oh, hello again, Teirani. Valtime mutations? You finished? That's good. That's very good news. Hopefully we can find a way to avoid the killing of these mutated beasts in the future. I believe I have informed a plan that might give us an alternative solution to this problem if you will need, but we will need your help. Well, I will need your help, most importantly.
Blessings
Pretty
upon
fun.
your family.
What must be done, must be done. The nearby lake has been contaminated by one of the ship's power crystals. Many of the plants and animals of Amin Vale have been mutated because of this. I have a theory on how to heal the lake, but I must have samples from the mutated lashers for analysis. As much as it pains me to say so, they must retrieve all these ingredients, for they can be found at the west of Vale fields. Will you help me, shaman? Quest objective: gather 10 lasher samples and return them to botanist Terex in the crash site in Vale. You receive 35 copper.
Be kind to those less fortunate. May the light embrace
I
you.
am sure that with our help, but botanist Terex will be able to find a solution for our problem. But the bot... Oh, I can't, man, it's gonna be a complicated word to say. Botanical lake... Okay, there we go. That wasn't as
Be
hard as I
kind
thought.
to those less fortunate.
Botanical lake work. The almond fields to the west are the primary breeding grounds for the local lasher population. And I heard you were going to do some tasks for the botanist Terex. So with the corruption of the water table from the nearby lake, botanist Terex is worried that the lashers will not be able to repopulate themselves once we've cleansed the lake. That's why she's so distraught. Go to Vale Fields and pick up some of the corrupted flowers for her, so that I might take a look at them and see what can be done. If we can salvage them and preserve them for future repopulation, it would be a miracle. You should be able to identify them by their uncharacteristic petals. So, please return swiftly once the deed is done. Best of luck to you, shaman. Quest objective: gather 3 corrupted flowers and return to them to apprentice Vishal at the crash site in Vale. You receive 50 copper.
Safe journey.
Well, before we do that, we are most definitely going to do this quest over here, which a lot of these quests shouldn't be too far from each other. I'm gonna do the revival of one Draenei first with the gift of the Naru. Okay, over here. Zaldun.
Warm wishes to you.
That reminded me of Mordun. Though I cannot offer you training, young shaman, I give you my blessing. Walk boldly in the light. Is there anything else? Urgent?
Remember the
Urgent
lessons of the
delivery,
past.
Zaldun. Urgent delivery. Oh, well then, that's a different thing altogether. Hello, shaman. What do you have there? Is it for me?
Safe journey.
Good work. This will do nicely. Replenish the depleting healing crystals. But now that you're here, I think I have another use for you, if you're willing.
Be kind to those less
Healing
fortunate.
crystals are replenished, but that's not the only way we can help the injured. Aldra and I can tap to the gift of the Naru to heal. You must use this ability to heal one of the crash survivors. You'll find the most of the survivors in the area to the west and northwest of the crash site, and to us all over the Babel. Survivors have suffered from exposure to the radiative power crystals, so you should be able to find them in the red glow that surrounds them. You must save them, Teirani. Quest objective. You should get to the Naru ability on one of the Draenei survivors, spread throughout Amin Vale. Then return to Zaldun in the crash site in Amin Vale. You receive an empty Draenei supply pouch and 65 copper.
Dionys
I want to
Haka.
say silver. I almost said silver. Anyways. Oh. Look at that. Shaman trainer. Fermenava.
We
Text pronunciation. Just gonna
survive.
smooth it all together. As the only parent surviving broken, it is both my duty and honor to carry on the shamanistic teachings of Farseer no Bund. Shaman training.
So long.
I am Fermevar. You are wise to seek me out. It is my calling to provide instruction to shamans, especially those who are beginning to learn. Shamanism is only now being relearned amongst the Draenei. Teirani, you are brave to follow the path that is not popular amongst your kind. I will be here when I feel you are ready to further training.
Peace for you. But
Spirits. Rock bite open. That's the first one I get. Okay. It's 10 copper. And imbues the shaman's weapon, increasing its damage per second by 2. Lasts 30 minutes. Okay, so we're gonna train that. Then we get Earth Shock at level 4. Okay. The last two are level 6. One's a rank 2, so one
go on then.
Okay. Rest my eyes for a bit. Straining myself a little bit here. I at least want to complete one quest.
May you find what you seek.
I might actually use these leather
Seek
gloves,
the path of the
honestly.
light.
Even though it would give me technically 1 silver, I want to wear these for a bit before I sell them. Even though they're a gray item, I would have 2 gray items and like a whole bunch of white. Okay. Okay, we're going to spellbook. That's where we're going. Enhancement. Okay, this over here. Weapon. There we go. I like this version of my setup just like I liked my original one in retail. Gives it that unique feel that I like so much. Ugh, I hurt. Can you help me? Some are manly, but some women do have deeper voices. Oh no! Where are we? What happened? Look! There's a part of the ship! Thank you, shaman. I will go help the best I can. And you are welcome. Drink water, man. Always stay hydrated. Oh, probably most the reason for my, that's probably the main reason for my, you know, like, struggles with the voice acting. Like my slacking off a bit. Gotta rest my muscles too, like, stretch them. Okay, go back to Zoldun. This should level me up to 3. And I worry about going to level 4, because, man, leveling to level 3 just from level 1 was just a hoot. A hoot and a holler.
The Naru have not forgotten us. Safe journey.
Okay. Rescue the survivors. The light is to be praised. You have done what only a true heroine could have done, Teirani. The Draenei you saved owed you the continued life to your selflessness. Please take their supply pouch. You look like you could use it more than I.
Remember the lessons of the past.
There we go. I am part way to level 4, and then I can get my Earthshock ability, which will be down in this bar right here. And then bar 2 will be my professions. Any hoozles? I would say that is all for now, folks. Remember, until next time, be true, be you, be free, and be happy. And I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye. Thank you for joining me on this joyous journey today. I will see you all next time. Goodbye and good blessings to you. Hello, thank you for watching this video that I made today. Remember, be true, be you, be free, and be happy, for that is what we be. Until next time, have a great day and night. I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye. I hope you all enjoyed. Bye-bye.